Now, people were saying due to Shanquella's mother's post that now the FBI is after all of CABO 6. Was she speaking meaning, well, they're on their way, they're going to eventually get you? Is she speaking hope into it? Or did she mean that they're actually going to get them right now? And we also have exclusive video footage that Jolanda went to see her daughter's accident site. But before we get into that, push this story out there more by giving a like and leaving a comment in the comment section. Subscribe and notification to keep updated. A YouTuber by the name of Lafromic posted a picture of someone taking an actual picture of Shanquella's mother's Facebook, and on the post she said, Winter Donovan, Nazir Wiggins, Alyssa Hyatt, Malik Dyer, Khalil Cook, Dejanay Jackson, FBI's on the way, y'all help cover up murder. Now at first I was thinking, is this fake? But this is an actual picture from someone's mobile phone that they took, and in my opinion it does look real. I also reached out to Quilla, no response as yet. Apparently her Instagram doesn't accept any request messages, and they are the family, so if they're going to know anything, it is them. But from the sounds of it, Mexico is still investigating this case. Now, Hell of a Chick, I believe, was the first YouTuber to talk about this interview by Chris Wecker, who spoke out about the Shanquella case. He's a former FBI assistant director. Anyway, she reads in this article, talk about how long an FBI investigation takes.
If this had happened in the US, first of all, the FBI wouldn't be working it because it would be a local homicide. But you know, typically a homicide investigation like this would go fairly quickly when you have a video like this and witnesses that are available to be interrogated or interviewed. You know, other forensic evidence, maybe video or maybe time logs, that sort of thing. Cell phone pinging, which you see in the Idaho case, you know. All that evidence is available. In extraterritorial cases, particularly involving the Mexican government, which is really hit or miss when you deal with the prosecutors and the federal police down there and the judicial police down there. They're hit or miss in terms of their competence, number one. Number two, and their motivation to actually get moving on the case. So we have to get the evidence in our hands before we can actually introduce the evidence into U.S. courts. That's all done by treaty, and that's ribbons and bows and formal paper requests that go back and forth. It's a painstaking, laborious, bureaucratic process, and in Mexico, it's even more so, he said. Chris Wecker says a complete investigation could take months. You get the video, obviously you can obtain stored text data, stored email data. People tend to be careless at the moment.
Now, Gerardo on his YouTube channel actually spoke to
Baja California Sur Attorney General Daniel De La Rosa Añez.
And he said, well, according to the protocol, right now it's an investigation, but in the prosecution headquarters with the judge. So, is there a potential chance that maybe the judge has been like, okay, this is enough information, let's extradite Dejanay, and you know what, let's extradite all of them. Maybe that's the case, and that's why right now Shanquella's mother's saying, yep, the FBI is after you guys. Maybe. I don't know, but let's keep reading what he said. Gerardo goes, another question from the United States audience, well, more like a complaint that we have faced with exposing the case is that the investigation is taking too long. Some say it's because of Mexico, others say it's because of the United States. However, it's evident that people are not seeing that this is now a diplomatic case. Wouldn't you agree? Too many formalities when it comes to exchanging of information, or what explanation could we give to the US audience? And he says, what we can inform you is the case is that the respective protocols and procedures are being carried out, that there is an excellent collaboration of what is being developed in the case. Historically, there has been no impunity in cases that have occurred here, Baja California. Most of those have been presented in the state. All are resolved if we talk about last year's cases. Most are resolved or are close to being resolved. They have been presented before a judicial authority, and of course, it's following its course so that it soon will have a definite resolution. It is important to emphasize that Baja California is one of the states in Mexican Republic that has the lowest incidence in this type of crime. However, we work hard for resolution of all of them, and in this particular case, it is being handled through all proper protocols, taking care of all due process, so a resolution is obtained that does not generate impunity. The facts are fully clarified, and the alleged perpetrators, who at the moment are in that capacity of alleged perpetrators, are punished. So from the sounds of it, what I'm gathering from this is that they're doing everything in their power to have every little bit of evidence so no one gets away. They don't want anyone getting away from what they did to the Shanquella. That's what it sounds like to me. So they're crossing notes, teaming up with the FBI, trying to gather as much evidence as possible so they have a really good case. But again, we don't know who they've actually spoken to. From my knowledge, I do know they've spoken to the Red Cross doctor. According to Danny, she basically made a video and she was calling up the doctor, and the doctor implied that already spoke to the police, which I can only assume Katarina has also spoken to the police. But at the same time, I'm thinking maybe not, because you know the pictures that Gerardo had, right? Well, from the sounds of it in Gerardo's interview, they never had these pictures before. Which is crazy. It's like, don't you interview like the first responders, the first police that arrived? Didn't you try to gather evidence? And this is when it goes back to Chris, incompetence. So it makes me think, okay, this could probably also be a reason why everything is so slow down there. This is the reason why CABO 6 owners got away for logging off Shanquella. Incompetence. People not doing their job properly. So my conclusion to Mrs. Robinson's Facebook post is that most likely speaking hope into this, or maybe that's her assumption. So I don't know, guys. Either this is Mrs. Robinson's assumption because of what's been reported on the news, etc. about, yeah, they're on it, or something really is going on that we don't know about and the family knows about, and the FBI is after the whole CABO 6 and they're all going to be extradited. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think she meant by this post? I feel like pressure is so important when it comes to things like this. And I don't mean pressure on the family. I'm talking about Mexico and American authorities, okay? Don't go twisting my words now. Okay, so let's talk about the video footage that I got with Zkira's accident location, okay? So this is when Yolanda went to Maryland to see the accident spot to set up the memorial and was speaking with the neighbors there, right? Here's the clip and I'll give my commentary after.
Yeah. But the car was, I can't tell you that much, the car was out here.
Oh, right.
The car was right there.
Okay.
That was the car was right there. And the back part was there.
Oh, the back was right there.
And my husband said the motor was,
There goes some of the car
motor
right
was
there.
in the back of the car.
Oh.
My husband seen it. He said the motor was,
Is your husband here?
yeah, he was in the car talking. So you want to talk? He know more than I do, so I don't know. But we was here, but we was asleep at the time. But then
He came out.
The morning the police was still sitting there in the yard, but I left to go to work and stuff. But he know more than he know more.
Oh,
Than
you
I
left the, you stopped the bottom off of it. It wasn't, it was not one.
Y'all want no plastic?
I
You want
just
a
twisted.
piece of plastic?
It's
Put on
plastic.
top?
That is plastic.
Okay.
That's my baby.
It won't.
That was her first time.
What is this, honey? No, it's a thing that go on at the bottom of this stick in the ground.
Hold it, because I don't know what that is.
I don't know all the details. I don't know all the details.
They said there was no neighbors nowhere close by. Everything they done said to me was a lie.
Oh, I don't know. We was here. We was in the house. I was.
Everything they done said to me was a lie.
From the sounds of it, it looks like everything was building up because allegedly she was told that it was in the middle of nowhere. And as you can see, there was a house nearby. Yes, it's in the middle of nowhere, but it sounds like it was perceived as like, oh, there's nothing around, we're in the bush or something. Unless something got taken out of context, I don't know. But a lot of other things start stacking up. Now, we have a better view of the tree of where the car hit, right? And in the report, it said that the car got on fire. Okay, well, how come the tree did not catch on fire? Because she's saying that it looked like it bounced onto the road. And it kind of looks like it does, because if you look at the police report, the car... Now, the police crash report says the car came down here, and it shows that it was curved, but me and you are both looking at this street, right? Let me know, does it look curved? Apparently, the car went down here, hit the tree, but judging by the black mark, it looked like it hit the tree and came back here. Which means, guys, it would have hit the tree and someone was awake because it moved back here, right? How come the tree never caught on fire? Like, if it hit the tree and it ignited, the tree isn't on fire, but it looked like it went back onto the road. Someone probably was awake and moved the car backwards. So reversed it and then continue to move forward towards the road. We covered a story as well of a lawyer who got logged off in Mexico, which another mysterious case. He was in a hotel, etc. I really suggest you guys check that video out. I'm keeping an eye out on that story because I really want to see how fast this story gets escalated, this case gets solved compared to the Shanquella case.